Are you willing to allow God to do a even deeper work in your life? Friends, that's the key question when we think about what it means to be entirely sanctified, to go deeper into God's grace, to live a life of holiness and heart and life. It's willingness. And I want to contrast that with, I think, a challenge that one needs to overcome to enter into deeper levels of God's grace, and that's an attitude of willfulness. It's almost the same word, willingness or willfulness. Willfulness says, I will live a holy life. Willfulness says, I can make myself holy. I can build systems around myself. Willfulness says, if I do these things, God will make me holy. Because what willfulness does, that's part of our own stubbornness. That's about our volition. Willfulness puts the sanctifying work of the Holy Spirit in our lives under our control ultimately, and that makes it about works. And this is where a lot of times we as Wesleyans, we can get it wrong, because the point of entire sanctification is surrender. It's actually the death of willfulness in our life. It's radical openness. It's, Lord, I'm willing for you to do this deeper work in my life so that I disappear and the love of God and neighbor flow through me. And when I say the I disappears, it's that broken part of us. It's that willful part of us. It's that narcissist that lives in us, or it's even that person who is the opposite of a narcissist. It's that brokenness in us. It's that false self that ultimately wars against that person that we were created to be. So friends, when you're thinking about, is holiness possible in this life? If it's up to us, the answer is no. So here's the question I really want you to ask. Am I willing to allow God to do this deeper work in my life? Am I willing to surrender a little bit more of my need for control, of my need to even understand, and just be open to that work that God might be able to do in our lives so that we can go even deeper in our love for God and neighbor? Love to hear other questions that you have about holiness, Christian perfection, entire sanctification, the second blessing, and whatever you want to call it. But most importantly, be willing to be surprised by what God can do in your life. Till next time, live by faith, be known by love, and be a voice of hope to others.